So let's try to summarize what we've learned about iterators. So an iterator is generally a component which specifies how exactly you can traverse an object. So for example, in the case of a tree, you have different ways of traversing a tree. You can do in order, pre-order, post-order, whatever. So an iterator object, unlike a method, has lots of trouble with being recursive. It finds it very difficult to be recursive because remember, it's a state machine which has a current field or a current property, and then on each invocation of move next, it actually has to update that current property. So it's not a recursive process because it doesn't have that kind of pause resume functionality. Generally, we have IEnumerable of t, and IEnumerable of t returning methods are typically enough. So if you need to expose, for example, the idea of traversing a tree in different ways, you would have a method for each of the traversal mechanisms. Now, iteration works through something called duck typing. We've looked at the fact that you don't really even have to implement IEnumerable of t. You just have to have a method called getEnumerator that yields a type which has a property called current and a Boolean returning method called moveNext. And provided you have those things, you don't need to implement anything, and the .NET framework will still allow you to use this iterator as part of a for each statement.